Yeah. Hi there guys, this is the day that the Lord has made. You shall rejoice and be glad. This is the song that every off-roader across India will be singing, because this is not just a bike, it's a celebration. It is a moment of joy. It is a defining moment in the Indian motorcycling history that one manufacturer has put his foot down and is launching a proper off-roader that will open up a new dimension in and of itself. And the guy who's shooting the bike, helping me shoot this video, himself is an extreme off-roader, Santosh Bishnoi, a very good friend and brother of mine, and he is all smiles. I can see uske puri batti si dikh rahi hai abhi. He loves this bike, and everyone does. Like when a manufacturer goes all the way, you know that you have an absolute weapon of choice that can be unleashed anywhere, anytime, any place. This is the KLX 230, and the wait has been long and strong, but this surprise launch came out of nowhere. I got the invitation, there was no clue. I was hoping for the Versus 300 or something, but then as the launch drew near, there were some cues and scoops that it's going to be the KLX. And when you see it in the flesh, this thing is like a panther that is straight out of another universe, and a weapon that has been built to dominate the dirt, that has been built to tame any kind of terrain, any given time of the day. So let me quickly run you through the specs of the bike. First of all, look at the styling. It's a proper enduro motorcycle. 38 world championships across supercross and motocross for Kawasaki. You know their domination in this space, and all of that expertise coming into play with the KLX 230 and giving you a proper off-roading experience. That too, not just a makeshift kind of a thing. This is a pure extreme off-roader that kind of opens up a dimension in and of itself, allows you to get into the woods, into the forest, into the mountains, into the places where there are virtually no road. This one will make the road for you. Anyway, now talking about the power plant. This is a 230cc single-cylinder air-cooled fuel-injected engine, two-valve engine. It puts out around 18 bhp and around 18 Newton meters of torque, and it comes mated to a 6-speed gearbox. You have proper 21-inch front wheel, spoke wheels. These are tube tires, and 18-inch rear wheel. Again, tube tires, spoke wheels, something that is absolutely mandatory for an extreme off-roader. Look at the seat. Seat is a proper enduro styled seat, and it is 880 but don't get intimidated by the seat, because we have heavy bulky vehicles like the GSAs and the Tigers, on the Explorers, that have almost similar seat height up to close to 870 So this, being just 139 kilos, has a seat height of 880 is absolutely nothing. Once you hop on and start riding, you won't feel to actually feel like putting your foot down. That's how well balanced and well built this is. One look at it, it's like pure poetry in motion. And look at the attention to detail. You have the foot pegs right over here, open teeth foot pegs. Get good grip while jumping around, which Santosh is expert at. And then we did quite a lot of off-road trails back at Throttle Delhi, and that moments are still flashing in my mind. And this is a weapon of choice where you want to unleash it in a dirt park or a closed dirt circuit, and you don't have to have a pickup truck to take this all the way. This is a proper road legal machine, and the price will be announced in December. The booking starts right from today with a meager amount of just 5,000 rupees, and I'm pretty damn sure this will be priced super aggressively. Now the exhaust note, I'm doubtful that the battery is charged or not. You have a very good console. If you can come here, I'll show you the console as well. You can come close. We'll show you the digital console. So you can use it as a day-to-day riding machine. You have a proper LCD panel right over here, speedo console, clock, fuel gauge, the trip meter, odometer, and all the other details. Say for instance, okay, here you have the trip A, trip B, and the odometer. For an off-roader, suspension travel is crucial. 240 of suspension travel up front, 250 of travel at the back. That's another major this thing that allows you to tap into the full potential of the bike and go absolutely wild across any terrain whatsoever. Again, you have pedal discs front and rear, dual channel ABS, which is completely switchable. You can switch off ABS with this switch right over here. So again, as I told you, 18-inch rear wheel, 21-inch front wheel, upswept exhaust, well sorted suspension, adequate amount of suspension travel, 265 of ground clearance. So that is needed to tame any kind of terrain, or do rock crawling, or riding across a rock bed or anything. The engine, casing, and the perimeter frame steel perimeter frame looks rugged, ready to take on any kind of punishment you throw at it. Again, the similar case with the swing arm, again a proper rugged swing arm to take on any kind of surface. And also the suspension layout, if you can see the monoshock right over here, beautifully laid out monoshock. It has kind of a protection here to prevent dust from accumulating right over there. So all of this transforms into the ultimate weapon of choice for any off-roader across India who has been dreaming of such machine. Well, your prayer has been answered, and you have a machine to play around with and enter into a different dimension altogether. So the getaway dimension is what they're claiming. This is like a gateway for extreme off-roaders, opening up a new dimension here in Indian motorcycling scene. So the pricing has not yet been discussed. Tank is a 7.6 litre tank, and the mileage might be somewhere around 29 or 30 kmpl. So this is the standard variant with 880 mm seat height. You also have a low seat variant which lowers the seat by 14 mm. You have other accessories also. This is the standard handlebar. You also have a different handlebar. Here you can have that kind of a cushioning and other accessories that you can slap on. So let's look at that motorcycle. So now looking at the bike with the accessories, you can see the handguards are installed right over here. The handlebar is different. You have a luggage rack right over here, back rack to slap on your luggage. You go touring on this machine. This is the lowered seat. This is how it looks. 14 mm lower seat height. The handlebar, the flat bar handlebar, looks very well put together. You also have a charging socket right over here, and at least I'll try to demonstrate this thing. First thing to get rid of on this bike is this thing. Just get rid of this as soon as possible. Once the registration is done, that's what I do if I buy this motorcycle. Yeah, of the mirrors as well, because they should not come in the way while you're jumping around all over the place. And let's quickly try and see whether the battery is at least working here. So let's see whether it works. Yeah, here you can see ABS turned off. Now it is turned off, and now it is turned back on. So ABS is on now, but you saw how it works. Long pressing this turns off ABS, just one switch again, and ABS is back on. Now let's see whether the exhaust works here. No, the battery is down. So the exhaust note clip will be added separately. So that's pretty much it. This is the first look preview. You also have a crash guard right over here, little bit of crash guard, and sump guard right over here. The sump guard is also pretty legit, looks very well put together. And let's try to hop on and see how it feels. Yeah, so once you sit on the bike, suspension kind of lowers because of a lot of suspension travel. It has a softer this thing to go down. So I can actually put my foot down on this is 880 minus 14, so somewhere around 860ish seat height. So this is how it feels off the stand, and it looks pretty legit, man. Pretty fun bike to ride. I wish they launch it in a supermoto mode or super motard kind of a avatar with 17-inch wheels. That will be an absolute riot of a bike to ride across the city. But this is where it starts. As I told you, 7.6 litre tank. And what do you think? What is your first impression? What should be the pricing? Feel free to comment below. And I'm expecting pretty competitive pricing. And I think you have a hint there. The pricing is coming out in December. So let's watch out for that. And as I told you, 5,000 rupees to start booking this bike from now onwards.